Big shout out to everyone watching. It's Jrod on point. How everyone is doing today. Big shout out. Big shout out. For those that don't know me, my name is Jrod on point. I'll be the host for tonight and forever. I'm very appreciative for everyone that is actually watching. It humbles me. Very appreciated the support. Today's topic: Idaho 4 Bryan Kohberger case with Judge Stephen Hippler grant the Frank hearing. I would love to, for those that are watching today in the chat, big shout out to Michael Rondo. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Your support is very, very, very appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Big shout out to Jane. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. How y'all doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon for those that are watching around the world. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Big shout outs. Big shout out to Michael Rondo. Thank you for passing by. Very, very, very appreciate it. Let's see what we got here today in the chat. It will be interesting if we're talking Taylor. I will have studied the other three cases of Frank hearings and bring the woolly bully approach best that she can legally do within the room. Totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Big shout outs and thanks for all your donation to our Cash App, the On Point family. Your support is very appreciated. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Jane. Jane in the building. We got Sister Jane today here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here in Ohio is 12:23, 12:24 a.m. Big shout out to Sister Amy Conway. Passing by as always. Thank you so much appreciated. Matt love and support for Sister Amy Conway. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to Jane, subscribe to Amy Conway, subscribe to Michael Rondo. Make sure everybody go and show love and support to our moderators and to our subscribers. Thank you so much. What the woolly bully approach or is the best? I don't know. Well, you see, prosecution don't like what's going on right now. They don't. They don't like it. It's sad to say that we see prosecution laughing in court, knowing that they have Bryan Kohberger trapped, and it's a lot of legal loopholes and case law that is gonna have to be reviewed. But it's a lot of it's a lot of sneaky, dirty, and backdoor tactics that the prosecution is actually getting involved themselves. I would like to have a conversation about the possibilities of Judge Stephen Hippler granting the Frank hearing. And I would like to discuss and talk to you today the reasons why we believe there is a must have in this particular case. This particular case is a must have a frank hearing. Jen, I totally agree with you. Um, I do and I don't like the style. I can't say that I don't like the judge because again, I have done a little research on previous cases and in the way he been handling other cases, and due to his record, I would like to say that he's pretty much very trustworthy. It's just certain things about in the way he's going about it that is putting the cards like as a judge. You shouldn't put yourself in the situation that you are arguing for the prosecution. As a judge, you shouldn't see yourself arguing back to the defense team in favor of the prosecution. You could advise, you could suggest, you could referee. You're supposed to be the middleman, the unbiased middleman. They will see both sides. They will see both sides of the fence, and it's gonna be the voice of clarity. That's what judges should be all about. The judges should be the seekers of the truth. It don't matter from where that truth is coming from. It don't matter if it's coming from the defense team. It don't matter if it comes from the prosecution. Make sure that y'all take that advice from Amy Conway. She's advising you to please hit the like button. It'll be very appreciated. You know what I mean? Hitting the like button is a very, very good way. It's a free way to show support to your content creators. And I would like to speak for all content creators in a niche. It's very, very appreciated when you put some DNA on that like button. Over here, we promise to not utilize IgG techniques against you. And we very much appreciate your support. But a judge shouldn't be looked at in a public forum nor a private forum as a litigator. He shouldn't put himself to throw off the defense team when they basing the argument. You cannot be looking at, or you cannot be looking like when the defense team is giving you the arguments and the reasons why of their motions. The judge should and must stay back and let the defense team and the prosecution team work unless you see a discrepancy that should be addressed. But you as a judge, you should keep yourself unbiased and giving a good name to the courthouse that you represent. We have watched the hearings and we have seen the performance of Judge Stephen Hippler. In my opinion, he has a very introvert way to force, because literally that's what it looks like, force the defense team to be very sharp, very precise, very direct, very straightforward, don't be scared of talking to me, because guess what? I'm gonna put a little bit of argument to see where you stand, to see where within your performance, if you believe in what you're talking about in front of me, and if you have all the information that you need to push these motions, you must come in front of me, pause, but come and perform your arguments in the court in front of me with power. We need to see power speech. We need to see you confident. We need to see you swinging, because you know you got this in the bag. Like, I understand that a lot of lawyers wanna show the highest and most biggest respect to the court, but sometimes you gotta show the big joker. Sometimes you have to show the court and prosecution that you have the big joker on your stack of cards. I don't know if anybody in the chat room have played Space before. The game of Space. Big shout out to Warni Label Nana. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. The game of Space is very well known in the hood. It's very well known in the streets. The game of Spades. You got to call out your books. You got to be very good calling out your books. You got to be very good knowing when someone is bluffing their books. You got to be very good, not just counting cards, but also shoveling your stack of cards, your deck of cards. You got to be pretty good at it. You got to have a particular touch to know when someone is bluffing you about the books they have, because you know for a fact the books that you have. You got to know for a fact that if you have these many books and your partner saying I have these many books, you already know how many books are out there. So in court, I would like to say that Judge Hippler wants power speech. If you are so sure on your emotions, if you are so sure in what you're talking about, I need you to feel your presence. I need to feel that what you talk, that with the conviction that you presenting your motion is not wasting my time at the time of the taxpayer. I would like to play devil's advocate for Judge Stephen Hippler, and I still want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I have not seen Judge Hippler out of pocket. Again, I would like to say that his style is very introvert. Is very, when I mean introvert is not bad. It's like his style is not as other judges that you might be familiar with. I need to yeah. I am, Jane. I am. I'm shoveling my stack of cards. It's brand new though. It's brand new, so I have to, like, you know what I'm saying? It's brand new. It's brand new, and I have to, do what it does. You know what I mean? 1 second, please. Sorry for that. But I'm gonna give Stephen Hippler the benefit of the doubt for the time being. I see that he's given the opportunity and he's giving all indications that a frank hearing could be possible. He's making sure that both parties are working their side of the fence. I respect and appreciate Judge Hippler to actually giving at least a breath of fresh air to this case, because it's needed. The breath of fresh air is needed. Amy Khan would say on the public forum, he consider about the future. He concerned about the future jury. I was appalled at him several times. Oh, that don't matter. What the fuck? Yeah, you see, totally agree with you, Amy. I totally agree with you. Due to you can't like just because, and we have talked about this, and I thank you for mentioning that. Great comment, great comment, great comment in the chat. Make sure that yeah come and participate. Be very good. Again, this live stream is for those that have been subscribed to our channel for a whole day, which is 24 hours. Again, I don't have to repeat the reasons why. I want your full support. I don't want support halfway. I don't want people that just come here and subscribe to us to come and talk to us in the chat, and then right after the live stream is over, I see that the subscriptions going down. So it's like, no, I don't need you to come here and talk to me for a little bit and they don't subscribe. You know, I don't need you. I don't care from which community you come from. I do not care. If you subscribe just to talk to me and then unsubscribe after the live stream, I don't need you here. I don't need to talk to you. It's no reason for. And I want only people to support the channel for what we do here and see and realize that we actually are here for victims. We're trying to help these victims and hopefully their family members like Kara, big shout out to Kara, come along and ride with us on our journey to get to justice, to take the initiative of having tough conversations and talking those topics that people don't dare to talk about because they don't want to lose subscribers. Over here, y'all well known. Like, we love ya. I love my subscribers. I love my community. It's our community. It's the On Point family community. Everyone that is in this channel, that is subscribed to this channel, are full participants. I want to send a shout out to Lana Oriani. The majority of our subscribers, if not all, you know, are literally coming from Lana Oriani, Harsh Reality, Speak Van Holden. Big shout out to my brother Speak Van Holden. He been in the comments though. You know, I gotta poke the bear though. He know. Listen, I gotta poke the bear to make the bear come out the cave. Listen, Speak Van Holden is on his man cave like this. He's sipping his wine, smoking his cigarette, his cigar, smoking his cigar, very expensive cigar at that, kicking his feet up, not worrying about nothing. He's living the best life, and I appreciate my brother Speak Van Holden. Big shout out to my guy. I I haven't talked to him for a while, and can't wait to talk to him again. Listen, he's a busy guy. Listen, he's a very, very busy guy. He has multiple true crime cases that he's working on and on his personal life. You know, he got his own business. Listen, the man is very busy. So big shout out to my guy, my brother from another mother, Speak Van Holding. Hopefully he come back to the light someday. Hopefully my brother Speak Van Holding come back to the light. Oh, big shout out to Jane Amy Conway saying hi to Warni Lebonena. I want to send a shout out to Warni slap Trump on his face. Big shout out to Warni Lebonena. We appreciate her so much. She's doing a great job in the Idaho 4Ks. She been rubbing elbows, you know, with big content creators out there. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to her. Keep up the good work. Who the fuck you talking to? You know how we do it. Yeah. Big shout out to Warni Label, man. I very appreciate it. And thank you so much for being here. Jane said, I don't like spades. It is, you see, it's pretty okay though. It's pretty okay. You know what I mean? When you gather yourself with other spades players, you know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, it's a good time, you know what I mean? Big shout out to Brenda Lily. Thank you for being here. Very so much appreciated. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Warni Lebonena said Hippler wants to know who the fuck they talking to. You see, it hit different. It hit different. Listen, Steven Hippler wanna know if Brett Payne is the lead investigator. And listen, and this is what I know, and I've been knowing. I just been busy. I've been busy. I'm salty. Listen, I'm salty. I've been busy. Listen, I have a family. I got, you know, I gotta be there. I gotta do my husband and daddy thing. And while doing that, doing my conference calls, talking to people that knows people that knows people that knows people in Moscow, Idaho. Is it my sound? How's my sound? How's my sound? How's my voice today? Please give me a 1 in the chat, please, and I appreciate. Give me a 1 on the chat, please, and thank you with Sherry on top. If my sound is good, or if I need my microphone to be a little higher so you could hear me better. The voice is getting better. The voice is getting better. It's back. It's back. Actually, I don't know if y'all remember the microphone that we the brand new microphone. The other microphone started working out of nowhere. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Jane. Thank you. So I don't need to put the microphone a little louder, right? Everything good, right? We're gonna talk about Brenda. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about dealing more in song, because now that we have the right people on the chat, we're gonna work a little bit. We're gonna work a little bit. By the way, due to the topic, and I want to repeat, would Judge Stephen Hippler grant the Frank hearing? That's the question of today's live stream. Will he grant the hearing? How you feel about it? So, to Warni Lebonena, to Warni Lebonena, to answer that, Stephen Hippler want to know that if Brett Payne was the lead investigator, he wants to know what the heck he did. If Brett Payne was the lead investigator, if he was the guy, right? What type of work? What did Brett Payne investigated? What did he do? Because it seems that he's not good at nothing. It seems that, as his record shows, in his very first investigation. So if it was his very first investigation, what the heck he was doing taking care of a case like that with this such a magnitude? And why Moscow PD and Brett, in particularly Brett Payne, was the lead investigator when it seems the FBI did everything. So if the FBI did everything, why the FBI didn't took over the case? Because they could have if they wanted to. No one can tell me that legally the FBI couldn't take that case, because legally, if the FBI wanted, they could have took over that case. The question is why they didn't do it. Why, if we have state troopers and Idaho state troopers detective, and you have all these other detectives with way more experience, other agencies that are more resourceful, that are well versed and more experienced than Brett Payne, I believe that Judge Hippler wants to know, if you are the lead investigator, how come that you can recall the basis of this case? How come that you cannot remember facts that you must remember, so when you come to court, you don't look suspect, you don't look shaky, baby, you don't look like well, I didn't do it, you know, I'm the lead investigator, right? But you see, I have so much people around me doing so much, and I was like, oh shit, FBI doing this, state troopers doing that. Oh, my partner from Moscow PD is putting everything together, and I'm chilling. This is gonna be the easiest case ever, and it's my first case. I'm good. I'm Gucci, man. So when he goes to court, oh, I don't remember. Oh, I did this, I did that, because I was following the expertise of such and such. So, in other words, if I fucked up, he fucked up. Can I get some laughing emojis in the chat? Listen, if you love me, and if I'm talking my shit, give me some smiley faces in the chat. Even if I have you crying, listen, just give me some crying emojis, some laughing emojis in the chat. Listen, make me happy, please. If you're not gonna donate for the love that I'm showing here and for the work that I'm showing here, just give me laughing emojis. Hit the like button. Show that you are listening to what I'm talking about. Big shout out to the 30 people watching. Listen, I know, Lana Oriani, we're still waiting, because listen, as we speak, listen, y'all know, big shout out to Lana Oriani. It hit different. Yeah. Listen, man. Lana, where you at? Listen, we're here still waiting for Lana to pop up. Listen, I want everybody to go and subscribe to Lana Oriani, even though everyone is already subscribed. Card trick? I don't have none. Listen, you know what? My best card trick? Calling my books right. Yeah, we over here still waiting on Lana. She was supposed to go live by 9 p.m., but I think she fell asleep. Big shout out to Lana. Listen, if whenever y'all talk to Lana, let her know that we appreciate her and keep up the good work. Big shout out to Lana. I know y'all only here because Lana is not out there. I know. Stop playing. I know y'all here because Lana is not on right now. Okay, and hey, it's okay. Y'all met Lana before y'all met me. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm not. Big shout out to Lana. That's the girl. Big shout out. But yeah, we here still waiting on Lana to pop up. You know what I mean? My only Amy Conway said my only hope is that Hippler as the state. White witnesses info in PC8. That's huge. Yes, and we're gonna talk about again. If y'all have a little bit of time, hopefully y'all have a little bit of time this morning to spend with me. I want to have a very good conversation. Again, the question of today is: would Judge Stephen Hippler grant the Frank hearing? What you think? What y'all think in the chat? Do you think that the judge will grant the hearing? If you ask me, I'll say yes. My personal opinion. In my personal opinion, I believe that Stephen Hippler will give the opportunity of Ann Taylor to have an argument, and I believe that he's willing to listen to both sides about it. I believe that when prosecution was being questioned, soon as the lady started laughing, it was a wrap. When Judge Hippler told prosecution, why didn't you and wouldn't you go and get this guy by the book of law? And Judge Hippler said, like, why didn't you went and got this man straightforward by the book instead of going through the back door? So that told me right there and then. I see Warni Lewonen, Amy Conway say yep, Jen say yeah. Warni Lewonen say my opinion of Frank hearing. Brenda, I think Hippler would grant the hearing because he knows appeals are coming up. Yes, and again, you remember, I want everyone to remember there's something that is very particular. The Judge Hippler argued with Ann Taylor about the checkmate of this case. What have Bryan Kohberger locked up today is the IGG. That's it. It's nothing else. It's no other investigative method besides the IGG. And everyone knows that, especially having touched DNA that is particles. We're going to talk about that. And also DNA, as long as you have an imprint, you could manipulate and say what you want to say about the DNA and the results. It is not concrete. It's not a process that you could say this is the most efficient process to go about business, and the prosecution knows that. The prosecution know that they went through the back door to go and get a warm body. But that's all they needed. The question is, who was putting the pressure for that? Because again, they were telling the families and the community that you have to trust us. They was brushing the family members and the community with simple conversational skills. They didn't have no pressure from the community. They didn't have no pressure from the parents. The only pressure that it was put on the prosecution in Moscow PD was the University of Idaho. That they needed to have a warm body before those kids come back. Because if they wouldn't have someone locked up, those kids wouldn't come back. And even after Bryan Kohberger got locked up, the University of Idaho had only a 75% of the resident students. Only a 75% came back. So what happened to the other 25%? Is the killers are within that other 25%? We're going to talk about that. But again, when Judge Hippler told Ann Taylor, how can you argue against a positive match when Bryan Kohberger swapped? When they swap him, it was the direct match, right? How can you argue a direct DNA swap match? And the only way to argue that is how they got to that. How you even get to Kohberger. What did you do? What did you investigate in the first 48 hours in this case? Where's those records? Can we talk and be sincere about investigation? What must happen? Can anyone in the chat type, what's the first thing that you would do in this type of crime? Like, what's the first thing? Like, you are the lead investigator and you see this horror scene as a stipulated. What would be the first thing that you would do? While I get to the chat, because you cannot arrest with a touch sheath only. They need a witness may deal with DM with no PCA granted. Yeah, and if y'all remember, big shout out to Rock Chalk. Thank you for being here. Very appreciate it. Big shout out to Rock Chalk. Big shout out to Rock Chalk Nation. So how Ann Taylor is gonna argue that when we arrested this guy, he matched whatever DNA work or whatever draft or whatever results they have, like whatever imprint they have of DNA. If you ask me, whatever they have wouldn't match to anyone, even Kopaka, without even having nothing to do with that. If y'all know about DNA, which again, I hope y'all are as smart as you think you are, all due respect, I hope you did your homework on IgG procedures, and hopefully you did your homework on the whole DNA sham of how DNA, you could make DNA to be for whoever you want. You just gotta have a basic imprint. You have to create your basic DNA formula and imprint. How touch DNA after was tested twice, because that's what they say. How touch DNA, which is nothing. You swap touch DNA once for the first test, that's all you got. After that first swap, that first test, whatever you get out of that, that's what you got out of that. And for what I heard from the mouth of Moscow PD, they say they didn't found nothing. No hit, no hit, right? No hit. Right after you did that, you don't have no more DNA. So how you gonna send a sheath with no DNA whatsoever to a shady laboratory in Texas? This Pick Van Holding already told me the story of that shady laboratory, allegedly. And what a coincidence, which I don't believe in coincidences. What a coincidence. They went to a shady laboratory. And then the FBI was like, no, 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 give it to me. Give it to me. I know what to do. Give it to me. I know what to do. And I have to give you the accent with it. Touch DNA after you swap once is over. So when you swap once and you didn't got no hit, how you having blood on the rail, fresh blood? It's not all blood. It's not old blood. It's not blood that it was there because it's a bunch of party there, right? It's a whole bunch of DNA for a whole bunch of people in the house, right? But no, the DNA that was on the rail was blood. Like I told everyone, a higher quality of sample that you could test, overlap it. You could overlap the test. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4 tests, probably more, because it's blood. DNA is blood. It's a higher quality of sample. And how come that you're gonna try to tell anyone swap once, touch DNA, swap once, is gone. Anyone that knows about DNA, anyone that knows about how they do and what they do, touch DNA. You swap once, you don't get a hit, it's over. So how come that is in the same breath, in the same house, you have DNA, you have DNA on the rail, you have DNA on other places that they haven't declared yet. And I told you already, if it's DNA on the rail, it's DNA inside of the room. If it's DNA in the rail, it's DNA of that killer or those killers inside of Maddie's room. This is what I've been telling y'all for a while. And I like to confirm my stuff. Like I like and I love to get confirmation of what I'm talking about. Because again, I do my homework. I don't know about chalice, and I don't know if you do, if you don't, your homework. Listen, I don't know. And the only way that I could tell if you have done your homework is whatever you say at your mouth. And knowing what I know, I really don't listen to no one. Because again, I'm that one and only one, and other content creators, but I'm the sole only one content creator that's since Bryan Kohberger was arrested, while all the content creator was celebrating, I was the only one that he was telling ya in 2022, at the end of 2022 and through whole 2023, 2024, all the way to 2025, I've been telling ya these things. I think if you ask me, listen, I'm on record that literally if y'all go through everything that I have put out, The court, the court. Not listen. I don't need no other content creator. I don't need no other content creator confirmation. I don't care. Listen, be you, boo boo. Be you, boo boo. I don't need y'all telling me, damn, Jrod, yeah, you're right. I don't need that. I know I'm right. What you mean? All over. Well, people these days today still think that Kohberger is guilty. You know the giggle that y'all gave me? Do you know? I just hope that y'all know how much I laugh at y'all. I swear, like every time I hear you arguments about what you think, I'm over here like, ah. Why? Because again, everything that I've been telling you, even those little details that people have not even mentioned, that I did mention in the court, as they unseal, as they bring it out to the light. Amy Conway, Jane, Joanne, many other ladies and guys that is being here for always since back then could tell ya, listen, I'm not telling you this. As my moderators, as Amy Conway, what you gonna tell you? I've been talking about this since like 2022. Again, and I repeat, meanwhile, all the content creators were celebrating that Kohberger was arrested. I was the only one that he was not just telling you that that man was innocent, but I was telling you also the process of how they got to him. And then now as things have been coming out in court, the court is been confirming everything that I've been telling you. So how can anyone dispute or debate when the court is proving me right? I don't need, listen, I do not need you to tell me, yeah, Jrod, good job. I don't, listen, I know what I'm doing. I'm too old and too stubborn to not know what I'm doing. This is why I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Because these bigger content creators out there that they swear to God, they eureka, they know what happened and how it happened. How can you know that when everything that you talk about is far away from what's about to happen? You know what's my biggest joy? I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna fuck with you. You know that my biggest joy is proving myself right. My name is Jrod on Point. Listen, no one can listen. People hate the name because they cannot wear it. They cannot wear a let's say a warning label on point or a warning on point. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to warning label. And then I'm only using you as an example. Who the fuck you talking to? Watch your mouth in the chat. Talk to me nice. Don't get blocked. Listen, I think if you ask me the most beloved and hated name in YouTube true crime is Jrod on Point. Because they cannot wear their on point. They don't know how to talk to you. Listen, and they say, oh yeah, you don't know how to speak English. I don't even understand what you're talking about. Why you here listening? Stupid fuck. Why you here? Why you listening? To what? To be stupid? Listen, let's be clear. In the only way that Ann Taylor could rest a good case is just bringing it all out in the same way she have done. The problem here is that the gag order and all these suppression to keep some motions hidden and all this other stuff, it actually stops Ann Taylor for having a better performance in court. In my opinion, it just suppressing the performance in court, because I believe that she would love to talk about certain details that at this day today she can talk about that. She cannot talk about those details. Big shout out to Brenda. Brenda said, I think Payne changed the narrative of what Dylan actually said. For example, saying clad in black does sound like something the college student would say. You see, I totally agree with you. You see, to answer that, right? I don't know if y'all heard the prosecution saying that they utilized Dylan Mortensen's statements to get a description of the assailant, a description of the defendant, a description of Bryan Kohberger, plus utilizing that as a time of death, as a timeline of death. Oh yeah, Amy, blood over touch DNA. Yes, I agree with you. And also, don't forget the footprint. Do not forget. I want everyone to pay attention. Do not forget that it was a footprint in front of Dylan Mortensen's door. So what that tells you, if it was a mixture of DNAs of all victims in the second floor, that means that whoever killed the third floor was the same people that killed the second floor. Because in that footprint, it would be a mixture of DNAs of all four victims on that one footprint in front of Dylan Mortensen's door, which it shows and prove that it was a cleaning after the murders. It was an intent to clean the floors between rooms to throw off the investigation. That's tampering with a crime scene. They know this. Finding that with the black lie and the spray that they use and stuff like that, that tells you right there and then automatically to have this footprint here. Who the fuck cleaned this floor? What people don't dare to talk about that? Just so you know, Warni Lebonena, they would have not brought it up if it was not consistent with this crime scene. Because again, I hope that you are as smart as you say you are. I hope. Listen, I pray for you to not embarrass yourself. Who the fuck you talking to? Do you know who you talking to, Rodni Lebonena? Do you know who you fucking talking to? Ann Taylor would have not brought up that DNA sample if that DNA blood sample would not be consistent with fresh blood, which is not consistent with none of the victims' blood. I hope you are as smart as you say you are. No disrespect. But do you think that Ann Taylor would have brought it up to court just for a fact? Just for a fact? Hey, I'm just gonna say this to make an narrative to see if the judge will bite the bait. Warni Lebonena, do you really believe the words that are coming out of your typing fingers? Warning label, Nena, you know we love you. We appreciate you. You know, you pick on me, I pick on you. You know how we go. We grown adults, we could laugh about it. You know, we grown adults. Ain't nobody here cares. Right? You don't care me joking. I don't care you joking. Hey, we in the family. But I really hope that you are as smart as you say you are. For you even typing that on chat. Listen, I'm, I'm, I hope y'all laughing as much as I'm laughing. You see, you see how much I laugh? Like, woo, listen. Listen, I really don't have bad days. Like we could have like problem solving days. You know, you could have those days that you have to problem solve and all that, but I really don't have bad days. You know what I mean? So do you know how listen, true crime sometimes is a comedy. I'm sorry to tell you. There's some content creators out there that they dead ass serious and the shit that they say, and they are so serious and they trying with their face, with their expression. They really trying hard to convince you, and I'm over here dying. I'm over here like, why you so serious? Like, why? Why you try to talk to people so nice, like you so smart, like using complicating words and technical words and da. Listen, ain't no one here following that fake shit. Listen, man, are you a human? I'm asking you, are you a human? Please act like, because the only reason why YouTube is so famous and it's like the best platform is because in YouTube you can find real people having real conversations. You know what I mean? Like it's not like in mainstream media, you know, a script, all fake. So answering again, hopefully I answered Warning Level Nena. We love you, we appreciate you. Big shout outs to you. Keep up the good work. But we could set up a debate. We could, you know what, Warning Label Nana, if you want to say less, we could schedule a live stream just for that, just for me and you sit there and shoot from the hip. Oh, it'll be a duel. It'll be a duel. Oh, it'll be a wild, wild west, girl. I hope you got you cowboy sombrero. Hopefully you got your spiked boots. Hopefully you have your horse. Listen, it'll be a pleasure, Warning Label Nana, to talk to you and have like a great conversation, a good, nice, and polite. And hopefully everyone could go back. Everyone, we know by the time the live stream is over, everybody could be laughing as much as I was gonna be laughing. I'm just saying. Hopefully, by the time the live stream is over, everyone is laughing as much as I will be laughing. I'm just saying. But I'll grant you, the debate. I'll love to. I'll appreciate that though. Um, if you want, we could do it next weekend. Just if you want, I'm gonna be very busy this week. I'm glad that actually I had the chance to start the live stream because I was like, you know what? I was waiting for Lana. I was waiting for Lana to come up, and I was like, should I go? Should I not go? And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it while we wait for Lana to pop up. I said I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have the conversation with my people because I miss ya and I really do appreciate ya. So I said, like, you know what? We're gonna talk about this today. I was supposed to go live last night, but I was having too much fun. I was having too much fun. But yeah, warning label nana. If you down for what's that? Sunday, it'll be Sunday 12 a.m. It'll be Sunday 12 a.m. Saturday night, Sunday 12 a.m. I'ma set it up. I'ma set it up this week. I could definitely do that. I really don't have nothing going on. I like to leave my weekends open for live streams. Like I really do. Cause you know, again, like I told you, I want to utilize at least. I'm trying to give you at least 2 live streams every weekend, unless something big and major happen during the week, and then I will go live. You know what I mean? But I try to have my week for the things that I gotta do for the family, wife, kids, and for the things that I gotta do. I like to have the weeks for me. As y'all can see, we uploading the 2023 classics. Thank you for the views. You know, small channel, small channel. I remember what was that part? Jay and Bree said like, you only get 400 views per video. And I'm like, who gives a fuck, bro? I have 400 people watching me. What are you talking about? You know how much is 400 people on the park? Like if you in the park or if you in the concert, you know how much it is 400 people? That's the same 400 people that all the content creators with 5,000 subs don't get. In case you don't know, go and check all the content creators. They are bigger than me, like 5 to 6. Listen, the other days I see a 10,000 subscriber channel that it was not getting 10 views on their videos. That make me feel very accomplished. It's like, damn, like I only got 2,000 subs and I get 400 to 500 views a pop. I'm good. What else I want? I told ya, if I get 100 views per video, I'm happy. So as soon as you see my video hitting 100, I'm made. I'm good. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Is content creators that have more subscribers than me and they don't get the same views. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. As a small channel. As a small channel. Big shout out to Warning Label Nana. She said, shit, I cannot even make 500. No, big shout out to Warning Label Nana. Listen, you'll get there because you're very talented and you're doing a good work. You know, and everything that you're doing with your channel, you're doing a good work. Just keep up the good work. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll get there. It's gonna be a day that you'll get there. You know, believe me, it wasn't like that for me. Like everybody could tell, like I had videos like when I had like 1,000 subs, 900 subs, and 1,500 subs. I have videos that only made 60 views. I delete those shits. I delete those shit. You make 60, you making 60, what? 60 views? Delete it. Yeah, I'm happy. If I get 100 views, listen, I'm happy. I don't really care much about that. As long as it's people watching, I feel appreciated. That's all y'all need to do. That y'all need to know. Like as long as it's people there watching, That's all I care. You know what I mean? Like I told you, it's an honor for me to have the opportunity and the privilege, because again, it's a privilege for me to be here. Because again, being so hated and being like falsely reported and stuff like that, taking my channels down and all that stuff, that should tell you right there and then there is a lot of people that don't want to hear what I got to say, because guess what? I'm on point. So let's talk about the first 48 hours. What's the first thing that you do in a 48-hour investigation? Yeah, the cladding back, that just think about this. Remember, I want you to remember the judge asked prosecution, what was the reasons, the purposes, and the cause of why you utilize the statement of Dylan Mortensen in this case? Prosecution reply, we utilize it as a description of the defendant. When she said that she lost her case, listen, when Bill Thompson said the fourth fact, Bryan Kohberger did not harass, stalk, none. Listen, he lost the case right there and then. That was the first red flag. That was the first red flag of this whole case. How Bill Thompson, which is the person that is using that same narrative of Kohberger stalking the victims, and he's using that as a motive. How, if you are, listen, he called himself on a lie. He called himself on a lie. And he literally said, he for a fact, he did not harass, he did not stalk the victims. He lost the case right there and then. Done. The same thing that they put to news media outlets out there, have Nancy Disgrace talking all this yak, having Megyn Kelly talking all that yak, having Court TV, Law&Crime talking that yak. That was Bill Thompson. And Bill Thompson's narrative that was put together in a package, in a media package for them to play with. But then soon as he get put against the wall and the sword, he snitched on himself. He said, like, you know for a fact, Bryan Kohberger did not stalk these victims. What? I'm like, what? Hold on. Did he just said that? No, listen, I swear, I'm not kidding you. When he said that, I was like, my jaw fell on the floor. Like, did he really said that? Some crazy lady that talks Jrod. I don't know who she is. I don't know neither. I couldn't believe it that he literally in court said that Bryan Kohberger did not stalk these victims. So why is all this 12 pings in the same tower, even though the car could be 25, 26 miles away from the tower? Oh, but it hit in that tower. Okay, it hit in that tower. So now you gotta tell me how close the vehicle was from the house. You telling me that it pinged 12 times and the tower that is right behind the house, or right around the area. That do not mean that that particular vehicle, which is Bryan Kohberger's vehicle with Bryan Kohberger in it, you can prove nothing with that. You can prove nothing with that. This is why they have a cast draft that they created, fabricated, because they didn't have the data to support that. And due to they didn't have the data to support that, after they use it on the secret grand indictment, Maury delete the work. The same work that he was supposed to give Ann Taylor and team to recreate it and confirm that that work that Maury did is legit. But no, he made a draft for the secret grand indictment. He put data together, give it to Bill Thompson, it click, delete everything else, which they knew, which I repeat, they knew that they needed to turn that same data because that's materials for this case. You needed to show the defense team how you got to those conclusions. And if we cannot recreate what you did, it must be out. It's that simple. It's simple common sense. If you can prove how you got to those conclusions, it's out. Because you can't even recreate it yourself. You can't even recreate it yourself because the house is down. What Ray told you. Even if we make a test drive right now without the house being there, it's not the same. It's not going to be the same readings. The house was not just taken down to conceal the evidence. Jrod is trying to figure that out. Honey, I'm not trying to figure that out. Nothing. I already know what happened. What are you talking about? Why you think I've been right on everything that I've been talking about since day one? What you mean? Listen, I totally understand that you came to this channel like not long ago. I totally understand that. But do not, and I repeat, please, do not disrespect yourself assuming. Do not disrespect yourself, because again, you're not disrespecting me. Do not disrespect yourself double guessing me or assuming, thinking that, oh, well, again, you don't know me, right? But it's people in the chat that know me for longer than you. They could tell you right now in the chat that you're blowing gas out your mouth. Don't get blocked. Don't get packed up. Listen, don't forget that Jeff H got the fuck out of here quick. I do not discriminate between males or females. Like I don't. Like I do not discriminate. Everyone gets sniped. Everyone get blocked. Everyone get packed up the fuck out of here. Even like you see, I don't pack you. I don't pack you out of here just because you're a female, or I don't pack you out of here because you're a male. No, listen. When people start talking in my chat like in certain ways, that what the fuck you doing here? Listen, I don't like to make people feel uncomfortable. Oh, don't leave, stay for the jokes. Is coffee coming? Don't leave, Warni Label Nana. Don't leave, stay here. Wait for the coffee. Wait for the coffee. I got more for you. Don't leave. I got more for you. I got more for you. Don't leave. Please don't. I got more for you. But it's like I tell people, if you disagree with what I'm talking about here, get the fuck out. What you doing here? Like what you subscribe, like what you doing here? If you do not agree with what I'm talking about, what the fuck you doing here? To be like Jeff H, getting packed the fuck out? I'm not like other content creators that want to have everyone's opinion. I do not care for whoever believes that Bryan Kohberger is guilty. I do not care for those people. I don't. I don't even care for people that believe that Bryan Kohberger is innocent, but in the way they talk about it, it's stupid. Listen, Amy, 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 you tell me, Amy, you tell me what you think. I need to know what Amy thinks right now. I need to know what Jane think right now. They're both of them. Listen, Jane and me and Jane have gone through everything, and that sister's still here, and I'm blessed for having her here. Listen, because every time she was gone, we miss her. We was like, where's Jane? Like I see her on other chats, she don't come and talk to me no more. Why? Because we disagree. Well, we brothers and sisters, right? In the YouTube true crime niche, right? So it shouldn't be a problem to talk, you know, like grown adults and swing some elbows and right? Amy said, Jenny's like, LOL, yeah. Listen, I totally understand the people that just came here the other days. The new subscribers and new content creators that just got to learn about what we're talking about here. I totally understand they be lost and they just don't know. Listen, when I want to talk shit about a content creator, I sit here for hours. Ask all of y'all. Y'all know me. I'm a piece of shit. When I want to talk some real shit about a content creator, I go through all their brochure. I go through every single video you have put out there. Listen, your views are going to increase. You're gonna be like, oh shit, well, I'm getting all these views because Jrod Point is watching you. No, you're right, Warni label, and then don't say that you're gonna leave and then stay here. Don't say that, because then you see, like now you play mind games. Now you like, oh, I see y'all later. So everybody be begging like, don't leave, don't no go nowhere, no. You're not insulting me, and I'm not insulting you neither. Why you even bring that word of insult? Ain't no one insulting you. I thought we was having a good time talking true crime. But the only problem that the grown adults need to understand, over here, we don't care for who disagree with us. I don't care. I don't. So if you don't feel like I feel, if you don't see it how I see it, you're more than welcome to step out and just leave it alone. I still want to debate you next week, though. You're actually giving me something to do. Listen, I'll be more than happy to debate you. You might feel a little bit uncomfortable. You might feel a little embarrassed. I just hope that you be laughing as much as I will be laughing at the end of it. I just pray to God, please don't let her get all butt hurt and shit. He fucking rude. He make me feel like a piece of shit. No. I don't make no one feel like nothing. If you feel like you feel, that's your problem. Amy, I think Warni Label Nana has not watched all my video with Speak Van Holding, which Speak Van Holding has literally yelled like I'm over here laughing like, easy cowboy. Listen, debates is nothing but fun. Listen, when I take a debate from someone, I'll be more than happy. Like, it'll be a good day. I don't want no one to misunderstood. A very happy day for me, if you ask me. I'll appreciate that though. Don't feel butthurt and nothing like that. Because again, if you feel butthurt because I just don't give a fuck about how you feel about the case. That's your own problem. It is not now becomes your own personal problem. Now it doesn't have nothing to do with me. Now it has to do with you. Because I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest without no disrespect. It's like, listen, I just don't care. I don't. Why should I care? Listen, like, ask Amy Conway, ask Jane. Like, they've been the longest. Like, I know Rock Chalk has been here for a while, but she has not been as long as than the girls, right? She has not been longer than Joanne, and longer than the other girls, not longer than Cindy and all these other ladies, Mama J and all these other beautiful ladies that moderate for us and stuff like that. But you know, I think Amy and Jane could tell you how I feel about people that disagree with me, and they could tell you the reasons why I'm right for doing that. Because I'm the only content creator that the shit that I've been talking about here, it has gotten confirmed. Bryan Kohberger is innocent. The University of Idaho is protecting the students that kill all the students. And they went the wrong way about it. In the same way they say, like, oh, we are law enforcement, like the allegations of foul play within the investigations are very serious. While she's saying that, in the same breath, she was laughing. She was laughing. And the judge made her when the judge told her, why did you went through the back door when you could go by the book? Why? Because they didn't have nothing. Because they fabricated. Because it's no 48-hour investigation. It's none. For you to clear the amount of people that you clear, not just from the University of Idaho, but also from the family members and everyone in the inner circle, for you to clear those people, it would have took at least 2 months for you to clear everyone. But you couldn't wait 2 months. You couldn't investigate not even all the victims. Where's the warrants for all the victims' data? Where's the warrants for all the roommates' data, which they have seen the text and stuff like that, but we need everyone else's. Where's the phone data, Jack the Code? Where's the phone data of all the people that was inside of the house, confirmed that it was inside of the house before the cops got there? Where's their data? Where's their investigation? How come that after you make it a PCA, but Dylan Mortensen is telling you that she don't even know that everything that she's saying is happening is real? Why? Because she was intoxicated. She told you. What's the first thing, and I want anyone to put it on the chat, what's the first thing as an investigator? What's the first thing that you do if you hear by the time you get there that it was such and such and such and such inside of the house before I got there as an investigator? When we have identified 2 roommates that survived the event, but then, oh, the 2 roommates and a dog they survived the event, but then you didn't do no forensics to the dog, combing the dog's hair and all this other DNA processing on the paws and everything, just in case the dog walk over blood. Like, where is the forensic work that you did on the dog, on Dylan Mortensen, and Bethany Funk? Where's the toxicology before you even spoke? Way before you speak to Dylan Mortensen, the easiest way to know is a breathalyzer, then a blood sample. It's that simple, that easy. You hit him with a breathalyzer, and then you take a blood sample. And you don't talk to them until that sample comes back like, yeah, they clean. Whatever they tell you, they sober. Where is all that work that you have, all those hoops that you have to jump through in an investigation? Where is the 48-hour investigation with what they started with? Because again, for you to clear all the inner circle students, staff, neighbors, lovers, haters, fraternity, sororities, that you don't know who could hate them. You understand me? Where's that investigation for you to clear these people? I've been saying this since 2022. Where's that investigation? What did you do for you to clear these people in a week? Because when you cleared Dylan Mortensen, her first alibi that she was on the first floor, they didn't hear, they didn't see nothing. That was reported. That was reported. That was reported. That Dylan Mortensen was in the first floor with Bethany, sleeping in Bethany's room, didn't hear, didn't see nothing. Right after she got clear with that first narrative, right after she got clear with that first alibi, then the PCA came out, her changing the whole story. Oh no, I'm in the second floor. I'm hearing and seeing things. And the prosecution said in court that they utilized Dylan Mortensen's statements to identify the suspect, and have a time of death. To identify the suspect how you got to your conclusions when Dylan Mortensen is telling you what she's telling you, what she's getting interrogated. She's telling you that she don't know. I was drunk. Who knows what she got on her system? At this day today, we can't even say that. Listen, in my opinion, she's still a suspect. She's more suspicious than Bryan Kohberger, if you ask me. She's way more suspicious than Bryan Kohberger. Way more. And then how come that if it was two roommates, you see, I'm literally getting to the point that they used Dylan Mortensen after she changed her alibi. Like, she had one alibi, she got clear in a week, and right after she got clear with the first alibi, then they switched, they allow her to change her alibi to use her. To use her. And then the reason why they couldn't use Bethany, because obviously Bethany was not about to cooperate. They got the communication between them. Ain't that enough for a judge? Ain't that enough for a judge? The communication between the survivors at that time, ain't that enough? I'm only wondering. If you love the content, listen, love me, sending me some love on the Cash App and clicking like and subscribe and sharing the content. But just think about that. How come they use Dylan, but they did not use Bethany, and Bethany didn't want no part of nothing? She was not even listed in court as a victim. She didn't want to be part of none of that stuff. So if we have two roommates that survived this event, how come that only Dylan's testimony is being used? And in a way it's being used is deceptive. Because how come that in the PCA you say, oh, okay, she said that the assailant, it was like smaller than her or what now, around 5'8"? Because I thought they said like 5'10". I was trying to like give him a little bit more of a give and take. No, when they say 5'8", and you have a Bryan Kohberger that is in the 6 feet, we having a problem. We having a problem. You telling me that you utilizing Dylan Martin's testimony for you to work your PCA. I have a problem with that. Because in the same breath, right, you're utilizing her for the PCA, but at the same time, you have the transcript of everything she was telling you that she don't know. She don't even know she was having a nightmare. She don't know nothing. So how can you having a transcript of an interrogation and you have that person that you interrogating, that is the same person that you're using on your PCA to go and get this man, is telling you, I don't know if this shit was real. But then prosecution say, while she's laughing, she like, but of course we know it's real because we found the dead people in the sheath. What? What? Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, like, she don't know if it was a dream. What? And then prosecution. Oh, but she laughed. She laughed. we know it was real because we found dead people and we found the sheath. We have touched DNA on the sheath that where they say that it was located. It was supposed to be a pool of blood, but the sheath didn't have blood mixtures. Okay, they only found touch DNA on the brass button. Touch DNA on the brass button, but within the same breath, they found multiple DNAs in that house with a higher grade of samples and was ignored after a no hit. Again, you did that with Kohberger, you didn't have no hit. So why, when you didn't have no hit on the blood sample, you didn't do IgG on that blood sample too? Oh no, we're just gonna get the touch DNA. We're gonna do IgG. Who cares about that blood that is there? Who cares, right? Anyone could argue with that. Like, this is my point. anyone that is willing to argue against that don't deserve to be in YouTube true crime. They do not. They do not. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, the details gonna keep coming out. Again, how can I be right in so much and then be wrong at the end? Just think about that for a second. Again, and I hope y'all know when I'm talking to the people that is being here for a long time. I could only talk and be myself in my own timing. So every time I turn the camera, I don't go back in time to talk about stuff that already, you know what I mean? I got to keep moving forward. Whoever is lost, listen, watch my videos. Watch my videos. If you lost in the sauce and you don't know what I'm saying, you just don't know. You've been watching too much you've been watching too much legacy media. You probably want to be in court TV one day like Gray Hughes. You want to be like Gray Hughes in court TV talking a whole bunch of yak. He was wrong in the Kiely Rodni case, and he's wrong now in the Idaho 4, and he's wrong in the Delphi case. It do not matter. It do not matter if they listen. That man, he was about to get a guilty sentence. Ain't not one person of that jury, ain't not one person in that courthouse that it was being fair to that man. It's all narrative for people to follow. Like, listen, those people that actually investigate and really have people that is coming with legit information. Only those people could come here like myself and tell you what we tell you, and everything comes back full circle whenever the core stuff comes out. I repeat, everyone was like, well, Kiely Rodni was an accident. It was an accident. How come that at this day, today, the case still open by the FBI? Still open. They have not announced closure, and they have not announced the reasons of that closure. So until then, I guess I'm still right. And the Idaho 4, I was telling you since 2022 that the killers are within. I told you since 2022 that the killers are within the group of friends, lovers, haters, but they all are students from the University of Idaho. I told you this. And how come that I told you this in 2022, and after they catch a Bryan Kohberger, right? At this day today, I'm still looking on point. What? Thank you, Jan. I appreciate you. What? What? I'll go to the bottom line. I don't listen. I'm not those content creators that are gonna be around the bush and whatnot. No, I cannot be that content creator. I cannot be that content creator. I cannot sit here and try to make it sound like any other content creator is talking about. Listen, I do not mesh well with content creators that don't know what they're talking about. I don't mesh well because, again, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna feel offended. They're gonna feel like I'm attacking them and da 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 da. Oh, Jrod on point got back jokes. No, you the joke. And I'm laughing up that joke. So I mean, please just avoid avoid a bad day. Avoid a bad day fucking with me. Just listen. If you think I'm wrong, stay where you at. I don't care. Listen, I have a bigger fish to fry. I have a bigger fish to fry, and you are not one of them. Okay? No. Is no content creator, is no true crime drama. No, the bigger fish to fry that I have is sitting here and talking to our community. Again, our subscribers, members, moderators, the people that is here because they know that something is wrong with this case. And if you ask me, it's a lot of that have been here for a while that know that everything that I'm saying it with conviction. I'm saying it because I have the info. I'm saying it because I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not here to waste your time. I don't. Just think about this for a second. If I only got the weekends, like to do 2 live streams a weekend, do you think I have time to come here and waste my time talking about stuff that I haven't researched? Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. Again, I have people that have been here in this channel for years. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what people think. I really don't know what people think. But the people that have been here have been listening to me talk for a long time. Y'all know that we onto something. We have a particular information that I have given to Moscow PD and the FBI. That I give to Ann Taylor on an email. Do y'all understand that for me to have a conversation with Moscow PD for 35, 45 minutes, letting them know, like, you know, you fucked up, right? And telling them the reasons why. Listen, if they thought that I was talking shit, they would have hung up on me in not even 2 minutes flat. They would have waited 60 seconds, heard me talking about whatever I'm talking. They would, thank you for, have a good day. It would have hung up. I got involved in this case very early because guess what? People that knew the work that I've been putting on in the Kiely Rodni case, I wish y'all understand that this is not my first case. I started in the Kiely Rodni case. For me to get to the conclusions that I got, for me to be in communications with Nevada County Sheriff, FBI, and all these people that I talked to, I have to have something in concrete. I'm not your regular, typical content creator. I'm not. As soon as you get into your head that I'm not the regular typical content creator that you could find over here talking to you so nice, so professional, so ethical, and da 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 da, brainwashing you with a whole bunch of poop. I'm not them. I'm not. I got involved in the Kiely Rodni case early. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. And big shout out to Rock Shock. We have mad love. We have my love for Rock Shocks. Rock Shock say, I'm sorry, I'm not jealous of bushy eyebrows. I'm jealous of anyone. We two eyebrows. Cheers to my hate. Rockshock, you know that I don't know. I think you know that the love that we have for you, though. You are our true crime mother. Let's say like this. Let's say like this. You are our true crime mother. You're the one that watching over us. You're the one that tells me, hey, Jrod, da 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 da. Hey, press the brakes. Bum bum bum. Go that route. I appreciate you guidance because I know you care. And I mean when I say it, I thank you so much for this day today in the same way. I appreciate Jane, Amy, and all our beautiful and amazing people from our community. I think you know by now how much we appreciate you though. Is when we having a conversation about rock chalk, it hit different. It hit different. But we need to understand, right? The prosecution was in full contact. Prosecution was in full contact and communication with everyone involved within the investigation. They were overseeing what they were about to utilize and how they were about to utilize, because I want y'all to understand that before they fabricating this case and get Mr. Kohberger, they understood those dirty legal loopholes that we've been talking about for the longest. Is dirty legal, and I mean legal. Thank you, Rockstar. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you too. You have a beautiful community, and I hope you know we love and appreciate the Rockshock Nation. You have a wonderful community, and I learn, like, I watch, I watch, like, I don't like to be on chat to disturb the peace. You know me. I watch, and I see that you have a beautiful community, and I learn, because I'm very like non give a fuck. So I think due to that, I think that's why I'm not like everyone's cup of tea, because I really don't care about what other people say about stuff that I already know. Listen, I do appreciate, you have no idea how much I appreciate like content creators like Lana, that she sit there and read you the paperwork, which again, not a lot of people could sit there listening to a content creator, listening to documents and listening to Hector and stuff like that. I know a lot of people don't do that. It is the same people that tells me don't do it, Jrod. No, stop. No, I appreciate you, Rock Chuck. Ah, Jane. Jane is like, Jrod, don't you dare, bro. Listen, bro. Jane is like, bro, no, no, stop and don't. Jane is like, dude, you're not about to make me go through this shit, right? I'm like, no. Like, listen, I wouldn't even share. Listen, the only person that I could tell you that I do that I could listen to people, like I could listen to Lana, like I could listen to Lana and Hector. Like I could listen to Lana because Lana is very spicy. Lana, she keep you engaged, and he's very entertaining. He's very entertaining, very informational. It's easy for me to digest Lana talking about paperwork. Anyway, I'm a paperwork junkie myself. So I could listen to the indie song. Big shout out to her. Kathy and the indie song. Big shout out to her. I like in the way she give you the documents, and in the way she very unbiased. She gives you what you think, but she I could tell that she's very legit. You know what I mean? You don't see nada riff coming out of her. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, Jane Sharpie. You remember Sharpie back in the day? I know you remember. I know you do. I know you do. Poop. I cannot though. Listen. I just can't. Like I do anyway. Listen, I don't have no problem torturing myself just to get from where everyone come from. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you see, when you take time to listen to people, you get to know from where they come from and if it's any iffy there. You actually have to give yourself the opportunity to listen to people, even though it might feel like a torture. But if you really engage and you really have a mission to know why they saying what they saying, and the only way that I could get my conclusions is actually listening to the bullshit and poop that they talk about. Because I can't say if they right or wrong if I don't know, right? So I have to do my homework on them to then be like, you know what I mean? See my eyebrows? Do I have bushy eyebrows? It was not me, I swear. No. Listen, I have an alibi, okay? And I have witnesses. Yeah, I have witnesses. I have a strong alibi and witnesses. It was not me, okay? You know the news media outlets never gonna give you their sources. This is something about journalism that y'all need to know. It's something about journalism. Thank you, Raksha. I'm proud of you too. You're doing great with your community. Journalists, this is why I'm laughing. You know that I did that. You know that I did that fucking with you, right? She did. Listen, she caught it in the air. She home run. She hit that one up the park. She was like, fuck you. Up twice, bro. Stop. She said, fuck you. I'm jealous. She caught it in the air. She knew I was fucking with her when I did that. Ah, we love you, Rock Chalk. Oh, we love you so much. Oh my God, you just made me cry. You literally just made me cry. Ah, Lord. Um, yeah, just Jane was like, I hate paperwork while they do this shit. Like, can you just know and just go off script? Just keep me engaged. Like I'm bored. Yeah, made me cry right now. Ah. Why y'all do this shit to me? Got me crying over here. Why y'all do this shit to me though? She said she cannot draw an eyebrow for shit. She's like, fuck you. You don't even want to see me trying. Shut up. Ah, Ay, Dios mío. Mira, me estoy muriendo. Oh my God, I'm dying. Ah, Lord. Oh, Lord. Now listen, no, listen, Rockshack, you go to a barber shop and you ask the barber, you ask the barber, hey, do you have like leftover hairs? You fucking super glue that shit, m- cutting just right, line them up, brush them and shit. After they get the glued up, after they dry, the glue is dry shit, you like brush them, trim it a little bit. That super glue is gonna be there for a while though. You will have eyebrows. Just saying. Listen, I'm not a doctor. I do cut hair. I do cut hair. I do cut hair. Shit, I was that one hood barber. I was the hood barber. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, you give me a fade. Oh, you want a high top fade? You want a low fade? No, man, I want the low fade with the V in the back, bro. I got you. Got you. Look at yourself in the mirror. Ah. Listen, let's, ladies, please. That goes including myself. Can we stop talking about eyebrows? Fucking eyebrows. Actually, we here because fucking eyebrows and white sedans. Listen, imagine PCA for PA, another shit show from Moscow. You see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. PA did not seen the PCA unto Bryan Kohberger. That's what they say, right? But they say on the and then in the press conference, the state trooper said that the Idaho don't show you nothing until the warm bodies back in Idaho, and then they unseal. So they went in there blind. They went in there blind. They listen. The FBI told them, listen, we need DNA. We have done a work. We have done a work. We have a suspect. We got a fugitive of the law warrant. We will show it to you soon as the one body's back. But you have to trust us in what we're doing. We officers, right? We from the fraternal order of police, right? So you're gonna face value what we're telling you, right? All right, cool. So you invade private property because in that area it don't matter if it's a gated community and the gate is open. You have to have some warrants and some permissions from the community leaders of that community. You have to the board of members of that particular private gated community. You have to have those people in charge of that property and those properties. You have to report to those people what you're doing and why. You knew you couldn't do what you was doing because you asked the garbage guy to grab that trash and take it somewhere else outside the premises for then you have possession of it. The illegal part of everything, the illegal part of everything and anything is that the FBI knew they could not touch nothing inside of those properties, nothing inside of that gated community. They couldn't touch nothing. So what they do, they tell the garbage company, I need you to grab this trash, take it outside of the premises, so then we could utilize this illegal seizure. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I'm on my rush hour shit. I'm giving you game and points for you to understand the gravity of this whole show, which is called the Idaho 4. It's a show. The victims are real. They die for real. But everything else of this case was alive from the very first day. Do y'all remember the cop they said that they unalive themselves? Who remember on the chat? Who remember in the chat that Moscow PD cop? They said that the people inside of they fall on they unalive themselves. So I believe they did not have everything figured it out by then. They did not knew how to go about business in this case, because everything was manufactured in the same way the Kiely Rodni case. Everything was manufactured to keep the focus away from the minors and the young adults and adults that was gathering that night, that morning that Kiely Rodni died. That's why the narrative of she got abducted, to make everyone think that she was not where she was found. Yeah, yeah. I heard that too, Amy. So in the same way, Sammy Smith keep the cops focused away from anyone that participated that day in that gathering with the story that she could be adopted. And meanwhile, they make you believe all the story about her being drunk and all these stories that they put together the same way that Idaho folk. In the same way, authorities, local authorities, allege, were protecting the people that was there, especially minors. This is why they mentioned 300, 200 minors. Is to shut you from talking. Yeah, Jane, smoking mirrors. Yeah, cop said, I'll get there. I'll get there. Hi, Patchball. Pirate Rock. Just I love when I see you having fun in the chat. It make me feel so good, because we having a good time, and meanwhile we try to have a educated opinion and our information. I love to see how y'all having fun in the chat. It really make me feel happy seeing y'all not just spending time with me, but having fun in the chat. For me, it's very important. In my opinion, Moscow did with IGG, with GG with IGG too. Gotta trust us. Juror asked for more. I think I heard liars, absolute liars. Yes. Yes, and I totally agree with you with that though. And then yes, Hippler knows that too. The twist about the garbage. Yes, it all right. You cannot have a fugitive of the law warrant on someone that at that particular time and point of the warrant coming out, Bryan Kohberger did not broke no law in Idaho. Big shout out to Ray Annette. Thank you for being here. Like, can we be clear? Can we be clear? At the time, Bryan Kohberger had a fugitive of the law. Big shout out to Ray Annette. By the time the fugitive of the law warrant pop out, Bryan Kohberger has not broken no law in Idaho. So what did you put on that affidavit for you to get a comeback on a fugitive of the law warrant, which allow you to go to Pennsylvania and request a Pennsylvania warrant for an arrest? But you don't have reasons to arrest this man until you have a positive DNA or a assertance that you have your man. You could not have a non-knock. Listen, when you have the killer is the son. We have a DNA that is 100 of 100, the dad of the killer. How the fuck you know that? Because the imprint that you have for the DNA work could match anybody. Anybody. You understand that? Anybody. Whatever the FBI, in quotes, amplify, was created by them. Was created by them. Because by the time it came back from the laboratory or whatever they did over there, it was not enough. Listen, think about it. It's touch DNA. It has to get a swap for you to analyze it. You swap that touch DNA once, it's gone. That's if you had DNA on that night shift in the first place, which I already told you. That don't be surprised if come out that this was a sham, that it was really no DNA at all. Remember, the cops could lie to you in the middle of investigation and not get in trouble. They could lie to you. They could say we got this to get to that, but they really don't have this. They don't have the A to get to the B and C, but they could say that they have the A to then get to the B and C. All that is to find out in court. And they know that. The prosecution, whoever fabricated this technique, these legal, illegal tactics with legal, dirty loopholes, is a genius in law. They knew that in the way they put this package for Bryan Kohberger, it would take long. And he said, small chance that it could be argued in court because we have a match of DNA. But then how you got to that match of the DNA? How? Thank you, Amy. I appreciate you. Let me get to the chat. You know I love you. Smoking mirrors. Yes. Make public think something else. Yes, make the public think something else. Just like new friend video asks who does that? I don't buy it. Yeah, after hearing the damage control narrative BS and Steve the desperate, how it it don't make no sense, especially listen, it was very particular. It was very particular. Okay. Shout out to Rayan. She said it's disgusting. I know. Twist that garbage pissed me up. Yes. They knew. Understand that? They knew they couldn't touch legally. They knew they couldn't touch legally nothing in that property. Nothing, not even outside in the street. The garbage can could be outside in the street. That street is a private street. That's a private property. And the street where they are all located, watching the Kohberger house, they are in a private property. They not supposed to be there. It's a private property. You have to bring along the owners of that property, and you have to request permission to be inside of that property. And you know what the owners would do? They would tell you, no, you might as well have a super warrant for you to come in here, because you know all these people is paying millions of dollars just to live here, or thousands of dollars, more than the regular Joe, to live here. And they live here because you see those private gates? You see those private gates? Those private gates mean something. The gated community means something. And the cops knew that. The cops knew that they couldn't even be there. In the same way they knew they couldn't touch it, you don't have a reason to be there. Because what you're doing, you're fetching and fishing for DNA, and you know that. In the same way, the serial killer or Long Island, the Long Island serial killer, Rex, what they did to the guy. Someone, he definitely pissed off someone, because again, that happened after the Kohberger case came up, digging DNA from a trash. Then they went and got Rex, because it worked on the Bryan Kohberger case. The only difference between the Bryan Kohberger case and Rex, the Long Island serial killer, is that his DNA was located in a pizza box, leftovers outside in the public, discarded. You don't have a problem with that. The difference in the Bryan Kohberger case, that where you knew that DNA was, it was private property. You were not allowed to be there. Not even with the warrant that you have. You know why? Because with the warrant that you got and the DNA confirmation enforce the warrant. Do you understand that? Even if they have a warrant from Idaho, we need this man. But we don't have a reason to arrest him yet. So now we're fishing for evidence. Are you serious? Are you serious? This is what the Department of Justice is doing to us, using dirty tricks. Oh, you know, we cannot touch that trash can. All right, tell the garbage guy to grab that, get it out of the property, and then we could use it. That's dirty. That's dirty. That's illegal. That shouldn't happen. Because you're framing people illegally. It's the only way. If you have the warrant of fugitive of the law of Idaho, why you didn't knock on Bryan Kohberger? Like you have so many snipers and all these other SWAT team and all these other shit. Why you didn't knock on his door and be like, Mr. Kohberger, we need to talk to you. We need to take you to the headquarters. We need to talk to you. But no, you use a non-knock warrant after you got an IGG confirmation. You have a non-knock warrant on someone that don't have a criminal record, on someone that don't have a criminal record, that is studying for a PhD, that he has university credits, a person that in his locality where he used to live in Pennsylvania, everyone knows that this guy is not aggressive. Everyone knows that this guy is not violent. The guy don't have a record. The only reason why you went like that is just for intimidation tactics. That's it. Intimidation tactics. You terrorize this family. You went illegally. You went to the Kohberger's family property, destroy their property to go and get and kidnap their son. Yeah. The guy didn't want to show no resistance. The guy didn't want to show no aggressiveness, no resistance to the government, because obviously the guy know how the legal system, when they come in to arrest you, how things could go. He might not be a study to be a lawyer, but he studied how to come and have and collect evidence to go and arrest someone. So the guy is well versed in PCAs. He's well versed in forensics on modern data. The guy understands investigations. The guy understands that for you to be here arresting me, for you to be here arresting me, is anyone else got arrested. Because for that narrative to be real, which I believe it wasn't, but I'm talking to those that believe in that narrative. Because remember, the police in Pennsylvania said that if the suspect may say anything, they cannot share that with the media. So that's how I know that nothing could have come out of that. Because when they asked the police if Bryan Kohberger say anything when he got arrested, the police wouldn't share with the news media outlets. So from where that came from? Well, that could have come from in the only way you could be here destroying my parents' property to come and put me in handcuffs. Someone must tell you anything. Someone must tell you, which again, this is where all these other content creators believe that he was a human CI and all this other shit. But if that was true that he said that, he knew in the back of his head, in the only way this dude would show such a force to come and get me, that had to be someone involucrating me in this bullshit, and I know I'm innocent. Isn't the only way you could be here knocking my shit down? Someone said, yeah. And the only way that other person would have said, yeah, is if that person got arrested for the killing. Or someone that had to do and enable the killing, which he got in handcuffs, got arrested, and he's already in trouble, and they dealing with the prosecution to get a deal. This is why all these other content creators, cuckoo, beanie, glasses, crazy ass motherfucker, racist too. And that's not alleged. He's racist because you're gonna talk to a Caribeño, someone from the Caribbean, like myself, United States citizen in birth, and for you to be racist to another born, natural born United States citizen. It don't matter if I'm coming from Puerto Rico. I'm a natural born United States citizen by right of birth. Who the fuck is you to be racist against another American citizen? We're right by birth. I was born a United States citizen. It don't matter what the fuck I was. So just because I'm Puerto Rican, you're going to be a piece of shit? So you being a piece of shit to another American just like you fucking dickhead. That's how much of a piece of shit you are. I want you to take that with you and remember that. So, I say that to say this. I believe the Frank hearing is going to happen. I believe there is too many holes in this case. I believe there is a lot of secrecy because this case will fabricate it. The reasons of fabrication to protect the interests of the University of Idaho. That's about it. You have to understand and learn about DNA, what touch DNA is. For you to know that for authorities to ignore not just blood in the rail, but blood inside of Maddie's room, blood and a shoe print, blood print in front of Dylan Mortensen. Because if they would have tested that shoe print, y'all would have got a mixture possibly of all four victims, and that would have told you that that shoe print belonged to whoever killed all four victims. In the same way, that shoe print, if it was only the DNA mixture of just Ethan and Santa, then that footprint comes from whoever killed the second floor. Or someone that got in contact with the blood, so you was there. Why you didn't call the cops? If Dylan knew that everyone was dead, the only reason why they didn't call the cops is because they knew they were all guilty of something. And it's not a non-snitching rule that prevails in fraternities and sororities. It's always going on here. I'm gonna tell you right now, if Judge Hippler does his job, which I hope and I think he will grant the frank hearing. I believe that it's gonna be enough detail. I think it's gonna be enough detail there, plenty details there to actually vacate the trial date. If you ask me, when the judge told prosecution, why you didn't went and got this man through the front door and you went through the back door? So instead of you doing it for the book, what was the reason why you did all this trickery to grab this man? I want to know what you was doing since day one. Now I'm curious, because that's what I believe that Judge Hippler was not curious. Judge Hippler was arguing against the defense, telling them, how can you argue against a positive DNA match? And he made an emphasis to that. How can you argue against a positive DNA match? Strong emphasis. Strong emphasis. And then what he said to the prosecution after he heard the prosecution, what she was talking about, and she was laughing. In a way, she was laughing of what she was laughing and giggling at the moment that she did. It was pure guilt laugh. It was the type of laugh of an evil person that knows that what they do and they shouldn't done it. And she felt like a bad kid. That was the laugh of a bad kid when they in trouble. Do y'all understand? I'm a parent. I even look grown adult as children. I swear to God. I look at grown adults as children. Like, dude, like, you ignorant. Like, I could catch grown adults when they lying. I'm very good at that. I could call people's bluff because I read people very well. If I didn't read people very well, I wouldn't be alive at this day today coming from where I come from. You don't know the hoops that I have to jump through for me to be alive at this day today talking to you. If I ever have the opportunity to bring out my biography on some movie, documentary, or somewhat, y'all gonna be like, are you fucking serious? You really went through that? For me to come from where I come from and be here talking to you today, believe me, when I was little, I knew already how fucked up some grown adults was. When I was little, I already knew how fucked up some grown adults were, because I already knew. Coming from the hood and young age back then in Puerto Rico, what are you talking about? You know how many of my friends never made it to 15? You know how many of my friends didn't made it to be 21? And I'm 48 years old. People that sit there at my grandma's house eating dinner with me, that grew up together with me. We went to elementary, middle school, high school, college together. Same people that is dead today. I had to know something, right? For me to come from where I come from. Again, half of the content creator, actually, you know what? I'm gonna say more. The majority, a good, a good 96%. Because he's some content creators like A.R. Hayes that I believe they, if he, I think he would have survived in Puerto Rico. Big shout out to A.R. Hayes. And these many other content creators that I believe that they would have survived where I come from. But a good 96% of all the true crime content creators that you have here, they would not survive an hour. They wouldn't dare to even drive through where I come from. And at this day today, 2:52 a.m., 2/3/2025. I'm here talking to you about the Idaho folk case, the Kiely Rodni case, the Delphi case, the Long Island case. I don't talk about the Karen Reed case because it's a lot of so many content creators over there that they doing a good job. So they don't need me in the Karen Reed case. I know that she innocent, but they don't need me in the Karen Reed case. And I haven't talked much about it but y'all know what I'm talking about. But believe me, I read people. I know when people with some bullshit. I really don't like to call people out until I'm very, very sure and confirm that my gut feeling and my assessment is 100% correct. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Um, will you raise the knitting glasses? Oh yeah, no, Ray Annette said something that she knew that she did not know what she was talking about when she said it. That's why she deleted it. I respect that. When someone catch like, hold on, I shouldn't put that there. Like fuck I'm talking about. Delete it. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. I do appreciate when people catch themselves saying something that is like, come on, man. Like we were just saying that didn't happen. We already say here like how they got to him and all these other shit. Big shout out to Ray Annette, though. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here with us, though. I appreciate that. Transcript release might be Moscow way out this mess. Yeah, it's gonna Amy comments. She love it. They know. No, Cyray's not listen, Cyray's job, he said it very clear. Even if I do a test drive, which he already did, but the intel, the data that he got when he went around the house is not the same data they will have when the house was there, because signals bounce different. Signals bounce through structures. Like if a structure is there, like if the house is there, it could block the signal. It could be a signal stoppages or interruption, depending if the house is too big, it's depend the trees, depending what is there in the environment in the area. And that's very precise. With the house being gone, whatever test drive they say they did, okay, cannot be recreated. That throw the cast out the door. Because if the defense team cannot recreate it, if no one, not even them, can recreate it, because again, the house is gone. The data of the test drive is not going to be the same. So that's why he clarified that he did a test drive already. Cyril already testified that he already did a test drive. So that means that he went around the house. But due to the house was no longer there, the data that he gathered, it could be a little different around the area than the data that they have when the house was there. Hopefully I clarified that question right there for you, Ray Annette. Thank you, Amy Conway. Very appreciate it. Do you trust the judge, Jrod? You know, I can't say that I trust him. Because for me to trust someone, listen, I do have trust issues. For me to tell you, like I tell my wife, baby, you know I trust you. For me to even say that, I have to trust you. And I recognize myself having trust issues. I don't trust no one. I trust my wife. I trust my kids. I trust some people in my family. And I have a big family in both sides of the fence and in my wife's side of the fence. I trust some people within the family. That should tell you I do not trust no one. I don't. I cannot trust no one far as I could throw you. Not even knowing you from a hole in the wall. You know, you understand me? That's all sayings. That's all sayings. People say stuff like that, you know, to make a point. But I do not trust no one. I don't. I got trust issues myself. Again, for me to trust my wife, and it's because I trust them. I am fully trustful of my wife and kids and some family members. But I want to give Judge the benefit of the doubt, Jane. I want to give Judge the benefit of the doubt just because I feel that he did well engaging the defense team in the way he did, you know, telling them, like, how can you argue? The judge literally told Ann Taylor what she's facing. The judge told Ann Taylor, this is my only concern. How can you argue to a positive DNA match? And he repeated it. He repeated it many times to Ann Taylor. We power speech. So he clearly told Ann Taylor, this is what you got to beat. This is the bottom line. This is what you got to beat. You have to convince me. For me to consider your emotions, this is what you're facing. This is what I'm looking at. This is how I see it. Or this is how the prosecution is seeing it. But then when prosecution were arguing their denying the motion and the reasons why, the judge changed the attitude. He did change the attitude. When he see prosecution laughing, and I repeat, when the judge said, why you went and got this man through the back door when you could have got him through the front door, right there, and then told me that he called his curiosity. He told me the prosecution give him enough red flags to consider a frank hearing. And the frank hearing due to request is a must to occur, because that could be litigated if Kohberger gets to be found guilty through a jury. The appeal is gonna be so much stronger. It will have base, it will have fundament, because everything is gonna get wide open. All the books are gonna get open. Everything's gonna be there to see, and we will witness the dirt that they did to be where they at. I believe the judge, if you ask me, I believe the judge, in my opinion, the judge believed that Kohberger is cooked. In my opinion, the judge believed that Kohberger is cooked. He's giving Ann Taylor the opportunity to prove him wrong. I believe that frank hearing, it will be granted for purposes of appeal, for purposes that after these men get cooked, I don't want to hear it. So like, I don't want to hear it then. I'm going to give you all the chances that I could give you now for you to knock off that trial date. Prosecution, give me red flags. Prosecution went through the back door. The judge admit the prosecution went through the back door. Why you went that route when you could have went a whole different? If you really, in other words, the judge is telling prosecution, if you have this man, why you went this route? Literally. Literally. And yeah, Amy, I totally agree with you. I totally I forget my readers, then type and delete. I totally agree with you, Amy. You see, let me take that back. I agree and disagree, but more disagree than agree. You know why, Amy? Because I think the judge did present Ann Taylor what she's facing against. He literally told in court Ann Taylor exactly what she's fighting against. The judge didn't have to tell her that. The judge, even though she had it on the back of her head, but the judge didn't have to have an emphasis telling her, how can you argue or how can you dismiss a positive DNA match? That's it. That's it. You know, the only way she's gonna do that is how the whole process. The judge will grant the opening of the whole process, the do's and the don'ts, what you should do, what you should not do, what's recommended and what is not, the behavior of the emails, the behavior of the conversations, in the way everything was presented, in the way prosecution was on top of everything. It's nothing that they did that the prosecution don't know. So if the police fucked up, prosecution allowed the police to fucked up because they needed the police to fucked up for the prosecution to have a warm body from Pennsylvania. Big shout out to all the ladies. Thank you so much for being here. Big shout out to Rock Shock. Big shout out to Amy. Big shout out to Jane. Big shout out to Warni Label Nana and all the ladies that it was here today, Ray Annette and all of y'all. Thank you so much. Rockshot said, I feel the judge my opinion. Held things up. Yes. I agree with you, Rockchuck. Judge was part of the problem, if you ask me. Judge was part of the problem. I think the defense can go. Yeah, I believe that the defense team could have a very good argument. I really believe that the defense team, if they again, I believe that if they're gonna, the Judge Hippler gonna grant it. Now it's up to how. Yeah, Jan, I believe that the judge believed that Kohberger is cooked for how the case stands right now. We a court date. We a trial date. A trial date was imposed without all these procedures taking place. Judge knew that stating a court date for trial, he would look good, but he's away from schedule. Because he knew that he will drop that ball to the upcoming Ada County, and he didn't give a fuck. Because guess what? His job was to make sure that a trial date was imposed to make him look like you did your job. Not knowing that Judge Hippler might grant the frank hearing, prosecution and all the investigative body gets exposed, everything gets dismissed, and the trial date gets vacated. My question here is for all of you. What prosecution and the investigative body is gonna do if Kohberger gets to go home? What they gonna do? Are they gonna round up the kids? I don't know. If you ask me, this is gonna be another cold case. Because if you ask me, the investigative body and prosecution don't want to eat the same shit that they already pooped. And due to they don't want to eat the same shit that they poop, I believe that if Kohberger walks out and gets to go home, this is going to be another cold case. Ladies, thank you so much for being here with me, spending time with me. Beautiful morning, beautiful conversation. Hopefully everyone have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you so much for being here, giving me the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Jane. That the killers will never be found. They're gonna act like Moscow PD fucked up, heads are gonna roll, and this is just in the only way is the FBI fixing their own shit. If the FBI fix the shit that they did, they're gonna catch those boys and probably those girls. But the only way that's gonna happen if the FBI take over the case and then not care about the future of the University of Idaho and whatnot. At that point, it might take a few more years, but at the end of the day, everybody's gonna look good. The University of Idaho is gonna look good because they're gonna cover everything up. You know, they listen. If you ask me, the University of Idaho will give up the killers. If you ask me, the University of Idaho already know who's the killers. Yeah, I know, Rock Shock. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point of me saying that. Is the only way the problem is gonna get fixed if they do it. But that if is so big that it'll go cold. It'll go cold. Kohberger always gonna be looked at as the possible killer. He's gonna be famous for that. He's gonna make books, have money, movie deals. He's gonna be in the media and stuff like that. Probably become something. Probably a content creator in true crime. Who knows? Hopefully, he gave me his first interview. If you ask me, that's all I want. I want to talk to you, bro. I want to talk to you, man. How you felt being trapped for years. Because I did felt what you felt in my own personal life. Love ya, ladies. It's Jrod on point. Believe in yourself because I believe in you. If I did it, you could do it too. I ain't nothing special. I believe that you're going to take the best decisions in your life for yourself and for everyone around you. Love yourself, take care of yourself so you be able to love others and take care of others. As always and forever, your favorite brother, your mother's favorite son, the black sheep. Jrod on point. I love y'all, ladies. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all the best group of people that any content creator could have. And I'm very proud of the little, small, but powerful community that we have. Thank you so much. I love ya. Have a good night, everyone. Jane, Amy, Rockchuck, thank you so much. I'm gonna leave you with your favorite song, my favorite song. You So Sexy. Have a good night, ladies.
Salga la luz, sexy millar, la que me tira a la guiña, aunque andes con su man, vamos a misionar.